Get ourselves company.
Yeah, we will.
You're on your own, get on with it.
All right.
Bye.
Good morning. Good morning. How wonderful to see. It's one of those days, isn't it? It's like Arthur or Martha, make your mind up. What are you going to do? Please, rain or be sunny, but don't just sit there like this. Anyway, wonderful to see so many people here again today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great delight to welcome Amanda and Lisa back to our platform. You may remember I was working with Amanda and Lisa to getting used to being on platform, and it's now time for me to let go of the strings because, oh, didn't I tell you? Surprise! No, they're doing a magnificent work for the other world, and yes, so mediums in their own rights. Amanda and Lisa, big welcome to you. Could I just remind you, please, mobile phones turned off during the service. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much. Then are you doing a prayer?
Yes.
Right. Okay, I'm doing a prayer. So we should have talked beforehand. So bear with us. So if you'd just like to just take this moment, please. Just leave at the doors of this beautiful church all your earthly cares and concerns. Just step aside for this moment from all that troubles us, all that ails us, all that brings us down. And just sit here in the companionship and the beauty of each other. Sit here in this wonderful community that draws together, that supports and feeds each other. And as we sit here, we send out that energy, that love, that voice to the other world, simply to join us. In whichever way, be it through the philosophy, through the prayers, through the evidence shared, but knowing that life is continual, that we are loved and supported always. Amen. And now, if you care to, please, join in with saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And leave us not when in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. Thank you. And now we bring our hearts, our minds, our very intent into the art of healing. Healing, as we would always remind you, is not a gift bestowed upon a special few. It is not an ability that only can be realized through training and through certification. Healing is expressing our love. What could be more simple? When we send our love, our thought, our energy flows. And that art and act of healing is used and utilized by the other world and given in accord with all's plans. So during this time of healing, we'd ask you to send out that thought to wherever you are drawn, be it the environment, your friends, families, ourselves, wherever, because you know and rest in that surety that where love flows, energy follows. So enjoy this time, and this time of reflection, of meditation, and during which, if there is anybody in particular you would like mentioned, just by simply adding your voice vibration to this time, please just raise your hands, And when I point to you, simply call out their names. That is all that is required. The intelligence of spirit knows and acts in accord. So enjoy this time. Divine and infinite Spirit, God of our own understanding, we thank you for this time of healing, this time of contemplation and reflection, and this ability and understanding that we all too are healers, to look for the opportunities, to lend a hand, to smile, to help wherever we can. Amen. Now I'd like to invite Lawrence on to doing the reading and the address. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That seemed a bit like the Lawrence show here, so really I want one of you to do the closing prayer. No, crack on yourself. Excuse me while I sit for this. Very interesting again today. I had the theme of what the other world wanted to say, but I didn't have the reading. So something's going on there, but I have got this reading which encapsulates where we're going today. And this is called Lucid Living by Tim Freak. Imagine for a moment you are dreaming. You are completely engrossed in the dramas of your dream world when a mysterious stranger appears in your dream. He sidles up to you and softly whispers something extraordinary in your ear. It's better. I'm hearing voices. Psst! Wake up. You're dreaming. You're disconcerted, but keep your cool. You know that the best way to deal with people who are clearly out of the box is to nod politely and hope they'll go away. But the stranger is persistent. I know it sounds mad, but right now you are dreaming. You feel irritated. That's absurd, you say. The stranger is unperturbed. Is it really absurd? Haven't you noticed how full of significant patterns and strange coincidences your experiences are? as if there was some hidden meaning. Well, that's because this is the dream. You become angry now. What are you saying? That this world is just some kind of unreal delusion? I find that offensive. Tell that to all those people who are suffering. The stranger, though, is patient. Of course this world is real. It is a real dream world. Its wonders are truly wonderful, and its horrors are truly horrible. I'm not dismissing it. I'm simply pointing out that it's a dream. You're confused by now. What do you mean? The stranger goes on. Right now you think you are a person talking to me, but that's just who you temporarily appear to be in this dream. The real you is the dreamer, and this whole dream world exists in you. You're feeling stunned. Are you asking me to believe that I am imagining talking to you? Surely you are not a product of my imagination. The stranger smiles. The person that you seem to be is not imagining this conversation with me, because that person is a part of the dream. But really you are the dreamer, who is imagining everything and everyone in this dream. We appear to be separate people having a conversation, but actually we are both the dreamer. You begin to panic and feel unease. Now you're freaking me out. I'm losing my hold on who I am. The stranger is reassuring. Don't worry, you're just beginning to wake up. This is a dream of awakening. It is designed to make you progressively more conscious until you're conscious enough to realize that you're dreaming. You are confused, but I don't understand. How do I wake up? The stranger looks you straight in the eye. You can wake up any time you wish. You simply want to wake up more than you fear it. And there is nothing to fear. Waking up feels good. Knowing you are dreaming is the secret of enjoying the dream. Your anxiety now becomes excitement. You want to wake up. And the more you want to wake up, the more you become conscious that you are dreaming. And that feels good. You are no longer frightened of all the terrors that may afflict you in your dream, because you know that the real you is safe. Even if the person you seem to be were to die, it would be okay, because actually you are the dreamer. Overwhelmed with gratitude, you begin to thank the stranger, but he has moved on and is now in deep conversation with someone else, who is also looking shocked and intrigued. You call after him, "What now?" He turns to you briefly and grins. Enjoy the dream, and help everyone else to enjoy it as well, because we are all you. For a moment you just stand there and let this awesome realization sink in. Then you notice nearby a number of anxious-looking people hurrying about their business, fully convinced they know exactly who they are and what is going on. You smile to yourself. You sidle up to one of them and whisper softly, "Psst, wake up, you're dreaming." Hard to follow. Wonderful reading, wonderfully written. And the theme and the essence that has been coming through yesterday and today, we do hear this phrase now quite a lot about waking up, do we not, on social media, advertising, whatever. And it's where these posts and people are professing to take us on this journey of waking up. Sadly, we humans, we have one ineffable fault, and that is we're always looking for someone to save us or someone to blame. And it's so difficult because this world changed overnight. The world we knew went, and we found ourselves in a new world. And of course, it's natural for us because did we not miss what we had in 1915? Did we not miss that, yes or no? Oh yeah, 1915, right, 2015. See, show me age. Sorry, Ted wrote that line for me. 2015. You don't? No. Well done, well, wonderful. Wonderful. That's really good. That is really nice to hear. You know, because I think it's fair to say that we were in this dream world then. You know, how many times do we say, oh my goodness, it's Christmas already. How did that happen? Yeah, we always had that. And everything was flash, bang, bottom, gone. And then suddenly our world changed. And things went, things disappeared, things were taken from us. But that leaves a vacuum in us. That leaves a void, and nature hates a void and a vacuum. Nature will always try and fill a void or a vacuum. So suddenly we were faced with lives with like empty pages waiting to be written. So we saw this outburst, this outpouring, this gathering momentum of people talking about ascension, awakening, different dimensions and things like that, which is all wonderful. It's all good to explore. But we're seeing now a lot of these things that were being postulated at the time are now losing traction. They're now slipping from our conscious thought. They're now not posted so much. The tickets to go and see these people talk have come down from £125 to £5. Amazing that, isn't it? But what is left? What is left? I am the firmest believer that if you're looking for somebody to save you or looking for somebody to blame, you merely look in the mirror. Because we are wonderful. Are we not? Yes. Hands up who thinks you're wonderful. Yeah! The people didn't put their hands up. Why not? You're here today. You've overcome everything in your life that you thought you would never get past. The loss of a loved one, the loss of a family pet, the loss of work, of home, of whatever. But you're here today. You're here today, and not only are you here today, you're here today searching. You're here today looking for something. You're not sat at home, enshrouded by sorrow or misery. You're active, you're out, you're looking for a truth. This may be your truth. If it's not, that's wonderful. I encourage everybody to search and find their truth, because their truth is only able to come from ourselves. We're seeing so many posts with all the recent discourse going on within spiritualism, and lots of them are headed up of here's the truth. No, 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 no. It's your truth. We find our truth in things. We find our way in things. Because we're wonderful. We are magnificent. We are the embodiment of the divine. We are the embodiment of that spirit within, each individual and unique, that has lived forever and will live forever. Get your heads around that. You are immortal. How wonderful. So what have we got to fear? Why do we hold fear? Why do we hold doubt? Why do we doubt ourselves? You know, in spiritualism, one of the greatest tenets is about the meditation and the self-reflection. In many of the writings, everything is brought back to self. In many of the holy scriptures from all across various orthodoxies, know thyself. It's there, it's in broad daylight, it's so easy. Yet it's so easy that we miss it. It's finding that time for that self-reflection. Finding that time to discover the true and wonderful and awesome you. Never doubt that. Never take on what other people say about you. Other people say things about you derogatory. Do you know what? They're probably just jealous. They may not have taken the time to know you. And that's fine. That's their issue, not ours to carry. But go within. Everything you need is within you. Trust that. The path to finding it can be arduous, can be difficult, may require assistance. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's there. Because each and every one of you are unique. Each and every one of you are fabulous. Each and every one of you are beautiful. And we're explorers at this time, finding our way amongst this world of physicality and looking for those opportunities and those little threads to follow, the seeds to plant. But it all comes from you. The spirit world will always help us. They won't do it for us. One of my least favourite phrases is, "Oh, spirit will do that for me." And I just think, okay, I'm going to sit back and watch and wait in awe and wonder. And I'm still watching and waiting in awe and wonder. Spirit will help you if you talk to them. Even if you feel like you're talking to yourself, you never are. You're never alone. Just talk to them. They know you better than you know yourself. Just ease into that communication with the other world and the divine. Ease into that. And as you do, you will find your life will change. You will find resistance is dropping. You will find purpose and goal. Most of all, you're going to find peace. Peace in what you do, in how you are, and how you reflect. But it needs to come from you. You are the key holder to all of this. So we leave that with you. You are holding the key to beauty and wonder. Are you going to pop it in your pocket? Or are you going to unlock that door? Thank you. Right, you'll be glad to know I am not singing for you now. So, so we're going to have just a little bit of a song, not quite the hymn type, but it's a beautiful song. During this time, Mariella will be taking the collection for the further work of this your church.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You are capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. Believe you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. Got the power all in you. You have to believe in yourself. You don't have to hide anything. You can be your true self. Don't need to follow society. Never forget that you're blessed. Give thanks for everything. Even the hard times will turn out to be blessings. No matter how you feel, you can learn from your pain. It's there to make you great. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. Believe you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. Got the power all in you. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. Believe you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. Got the power all in you.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Now I know why I picked that track. There we go. It's all coming together perfectly. So, we now move on to that part of the service where we can actually give the evidence of what we say. We say there is no death. Great. Very easy to say. I can say there is, the earth is flat. There we go. Prove it. Yeah. We can give that evidence in and through the mediumship, be it our healing, be it our philosophy, be it our evidential mediumship. That access to evidence is always there. That is why I love spiritualism, because it's not a dry, dusty word. It's full of life and vigour and energy. So we have two wonderful mediums with us today. We have two wonderful mediums with us today, who are going to bridge the link between the two worlds. So if either or both should come to you, please be a part of that conversation. Please do not feed the medium. Oh yes, that was my grandmother. She was a tank commander and a spy in the Second World. If you're going to do that, we're going to come and sit down and you can get up and finish the message. Is that a deal? Yeah, good. So, Lisa is going first. So a response as well, please. So yes, no, not sure, all right? Just don't sit there going, because this is your loved ones, and they love you. Return that love and embrace them. Done.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Lovely to see you all today, even though a little bit grey out there, not sure what it's going to do, but perfect afternoon for sitting in front of the TV under a blanket and snuggling up, so it's not all bad.
I'm off.
Well, you're welcome to join me, but you'll get a dog as well. Okay, so as I'm connecting with the spirit world right now, I am aware of a lady who makes herself known to me. She's a real ball of energy. I've been sat down there, I've been twitching, my legs have been going, wanting to stand up, so I know she's a very, very active lady. And I even want to say into her older let's go with midlife rather than old. She was still very active, and it feels like she used to be the sort of person that would bring gatherings, or she might work somewhere where she had activities and she'd get everybody involved. Would anybody recognise a lady like this? Okay, I feel like I'm over that way somewhere. Okay. I know she has a very big personality, and she's very much a doer. And it's almost like I want to see her at gatherings, like getting everybody up. I want to see her doing the hokey cokey, and I don't know where the hokey cokey came from, but it's like she's beckoning people up, and she wants everybody to join in, and she's always got a big smile on her face. Anybody? Please? Okay. I know this lady didn't always have it easy. I feel like as she got later on into her sort of midlife, life evened out a bit more for her. Earlier life was a little bit more of a struggle. It took her... trying to explain what I'm trying to see here. Sorry. So young life, a little bit more of a struggle, but as she became older, she became more accepting of everything, really. And was just a really, really happy person to have around. So I need to try and place you. I'm still coming over this side of the room. Anybody understand this lady?
That's the one.
Lovely, thank you very much. You understand this lady, she works somewhere where she'd get people involved. And I feel, it's almost like, I'm going to put, how I can say, like somewhere like a care home or something like that, where she'd sort of have activities, and she'd be getting people up and coming and structuring days for people and just helping them just to have a better life and time with themselves. You don't understand that with her. Okay, but you'd understand she struggled in earlier life. I just checked back the evidence I had, and in later life she's a bit more accepting of the way things are, but full of energy. Because I feel like I don't sit down, and I know I want to keep going, and I know I'm always on the go, and trying to rope people into doing things. Would you make that sense? Would that make sense with her? Yes. Trying to get everyone to join in and kind of do what she wants to do. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you'd understand this lady was quite active in arranging parties, that sort of thing. But I know there's functions. I know she's involved in functions because I know she's organising.
Yes, in a way.
In a way, okay. Oh, I always love in a way. That's right. Gets me right in my head for in a way. Okay, and would you understand? I just dropped in the name Marjorie in or around this lady or around you. I just heard that. Okay.
I can take Marjorie.
You could take Marjorie. Can you take the rest of the evidence for this lady?
She was an aunt, and I didn't.
No, don't. Can you understand everything else I said? Okay, that's not me, but thank you for taking Marjorie. Must be over here. Okay. So I don't feel you were related to this lady. Is that correct? I feel she was more of a friend link with her.
No, it's a relation.
No, it is relation. Okay. Would you understand aunt somewhere like that with her? It is right. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. I knew it was one or the other. Pardon?
Would understand.
Sorry, you would understand aunt with her. And it's also there's a nice bond with this lady within the family as well. And I feel she was in your life quite a lot. She's in and around the family a lot, because I kind of feel almost like her holding around it, if that makes sense. Thank you. And you'd understand time with this lady as you were growing up. And I just get this immense sense of fun around her. And I feel like there was always something going on making you laugh, and just a real joy to be around her, just a big ball of energy. And I really want to stick with that, because it's the energy and the fun that comes through with her the most. And it's And she's saying, you need fun. It's important to be having fun. It's important to be going out having a good time. It's important to make other people feel good, because I feel she did that as well. That was a really good role of hers. And it's important to always come forward, do the best you can for others, give them the advice, the help they can, because just that little bit of kindness can make so much difference in somebody else's world. And she makes me aware you're very good with this as well. You're very good. You spend time with people, you'll sit down, you'll help them, and you do have the right words of kindness that come and help. And I want to see that with, and I love with you, if I may, because that is everything. She knows you're there, and she knows that's what you're doing, and that is so important, and keep up what you're doing. Thank you. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so I'm aware of a gentleman that steps forward now. Just 2 seconds just to link in with him. Okay, so this gentleman knew his own mind. He's not an overpowering gentleman, but I know he's set in his ways to a degree. He knows what he accepts and what he doesn't. And I want to call him a very old school kind of gentleman. And he does feel like Dad. Would anybody understand this gentleman? Thank you. Very moralistic. Moralist is probably a bit tired. He's a very straight thinking gentleman, and high morals is what I'm going to say. Moralistic. There's a behaviour. He accepts a type of behaviour, and he is very well presented to other people. I feel he took care of his appearance, and he was always there. This is all linking in with your dress. He again was there for people. I feel like he was always willing to help others and put himself out for other people. You'd understand that with him? Okay. Okay. Okay.
All got visions now.
I know, it's making me somewhere I shouldn't think. But again, he had quite good with his words of kindness as well with people, and so it's all linking into your address of being nice and kind to people, and always willing to help. And he was quite a practical gentleman, it feels. Maybe, okay. So I see that he would. Okay, sorry. Oh, I see. Is he linked to all of you?
No.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
No, you've got 3 separate links there, so you need to work on that too.
3 separate links.
You've got 3 potential sisters.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I hadn't realised over there. Oh, okay. When I said moral, I just meant it was more in the way of behaviour, in the behaviour he portrayed forwards. It wasn't, I'm full of high morals and you mustn't do X, Y and Z. I just feel that he was quite sensible in the way he portrayed himself. You'd understand that. And my other lady, would you understand that as well?
And the lady in the middle.
Okay.
So you've got
So
3.
I've got
You've got
3.
the lady in the coat, the stripy, and the blue card.
Excellent, thank you. I just wanted to work really hard this
And
morning.
you've got Lawrence as well.
Do you see?
What are you
Your
talking about?
dad was very much like that.
Tell me how
I knew him.
Okay, so the gentleman I've got with me, he feels quite okay, I'm going to say quite practical. He would have a go, is how it feels. So he could, something would break, he would have a go at fixing. I'm not sure he always could fix it, and I do feel on occasions things might have been thrown on the floor because they couldn't be fixed. And he might have just got a little bit frustrated with the item he was trying to fix because it wouldn't mend. Is the way I'm going to put it. Rather than frustrated with himself not being able to fix it, he was more frustrated because the item wouldn't fix.
You need to check in with all 3 of them.
Does that make sense with...
So that lady's
Not
now.
this lady.
Lady in the middle.
Sylvia
Yeah, the lady at the end,
Okay,
see down to
so
two.
thank you. If you thank you for working, having a go at me. We'll see. May come back in, but okay. He would spend quite a lot of time outside. I feel like it was like a workshop or a shed he would go into and work in.
Are you related?
No,
Are you sure?
could you be just for now, if you don't mind? Okay. So you'd understand this was Dad, wasn't it? I said Dad at the start. So you understand this is Dad. I'm just going to check back on a bit of evidence because I'm getting myself all confused with where I'm going. So Dad, quite sensible, tries to fix, does outside quite often in a workshop or type shed. He likes to spend time on his own away from his wife. Would you understand that? It's almost like he disappears off. The garden or the room he's in is an excuse to kind of disappear and go outside.
Yes.
Not with you, no, but with you. Thank you. Okay, thank you for working with me or trying to take the link. Okay. It's still a loving relationship with his wife, but I just feel that he just had to escape sometimes. Would that make sense to you? He felt like he just had to get out and go outside and just almost go and hide himself in the shed at the back of the garden type feeling with him. Okay. Okay, and this gentleman did have quite a good sense of humour as well, because I can hear him chuckling away as I'm saying that, and it's like, yeah, I know, I did do that. And he also would potter outside in the garden, because I can now see him just working in around the garden. But again, it's bringing back to relationship with. I know. He loved his wife, but it does feel like there's a little bit of a distance between them. Would that make sense to you? Okay, lovely. Because I do know I just keep trying to pull away and just want to be on my own. So, okay, I'm going to say, would you understand that? Sorry, you would understand that his wife could.
Go too far.
Okay. Just might make him want to be out the way a little bit, yeah, and so he'd just go and concentrate somewhere else and do something else. Okay, but nice, loving relationship between you and Dad.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't feel he spent maybe as much time with you as he might have wanted to. Would you understand? You'd understand that. But he did. There was, he did. I can feel, he did care for you, and he did love being around you. It was just he was almost like he's a little bit removed from everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But say he was. If you needed the advice, or you needed someone there were the words of kindness with him, and he would be able to sit and just make it all better. I won't say not tell you what to do, but he can make it better. He'd be able to help you make it all better, make you feel better.
In his way, yes.
Yeah, because I know he's trying to be kind, but I know he can't. I know he can't sort out your problems. But he can kind of try and smooth it and just make you feel a bit better with them. You understand that? Okay, thank you. And again, I come back to that with him in that it's words of kindness again. It's treating people the right way. It's saying the right things to people just to help them. And I know also with you again, you're good with the people. You're able to sit down and you try and help where you can.
Yes. I'm going to say it myself.
Won't accept it yourself, but I know with you you do, and it's kind of a bit like Dad with that. I feel you're not going to get extremely involved, but you will help. You will help where you can, and I know you're a great help to other people. So you didn't. Apparently so. Well, take it. I always take it as a win, yeah. So if I can leave Dad with you and his love, and okay, thank you very much for working with me.
You made it hard work. It was you, mate.
Right.
Right, good morning everybody. It's lovely to see so many smiley faces here this morning. And as well, it was lovely to have the address, and that I think we can all take something from that. So, as I asked the spirit world to step forward, I am aware of a gentleman stepping forward. As this gentleman steps forward, he's very much giving me the feeling of a grandfather. And I know with him, he's very gently spoken. He's not one to raise his voice. I don't think you would have ever heard him raise his voice. And he's also not one to complain. I know he has health conditions towards the end of his life. I'm very aware of swollen legs at the moment. My legs feel quite swollen and my throat feels quite dry. So I know this would have been a problem towards the end, but he would never complain. I do feel that I'm over... Would you understand this, the lady in the stripy top?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
I understand it.
Okay. Would you understand this gentleman? This grandfather really enjoyed being in the countryside. He had a real appreciation for the nature.
Yes.
And I know I want to take him out and sit by a river and just sit and be still.
Yes.
I know with him as well, he's a very wise man. And not necessarily qualification wise, but worldly wise.
Yes.
He could tell you the names of trees or places or all sorts of things, and he's very, very good at giving advice. Do you understand that?
No.
You don't understand that?
No, because I was very young when it passed.
Okay. Okay, so just check that I'm with you. You would understand. There must be sayings that he would have said, that you would have heard of, like
Yes.
the old-fashioned sayings.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And there's one that springs to mind that's, look after the pennies and the pounds will look
Exactly,
after themselves.
Yes, exactly.
So,
That's what he used to say.
okay. I do know with this gentleman, although there was a little bit of mobility issues and problems towards the end, like I said, he didn't complain.
No.
I know you must have, someone in the family must have been there and given him some sort of care.
My nan was around, yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm also aware, as you've mentioned Nan there, you'd understand she could be the complete opposite. She sort of wore the trousers in the relationship.
Yes.
So I know she's a little bit bossy at times,
Yeah.
and she's definitely one to complain.
Yeah, she was.
It's almost as though she could complain about anything. They were complete opposites in that respect.
That's right.
And what she said went.
Yes, oh, definitely. And Auntie Margie as well.
I know with him as well, there would have been a real love for children. I see him having children on his lap,
Yes.
reading books,
Yes,
really taking the time.
yes.
And I know with this gentleman, he's such a gentle soul. And all the neighbours would have known him as well. So it feels
Yes.
like, but he would do anything to help any of them,
Yes,
even if it meant putting himself out.
yes, that's correct.
And he's just going back to the gentle soul bit. He says, underneath you're a little bit of a gentle soul,
Yes,
but you do wear a little bit of a mask,
I have to.
and you cover that up a little bit.
Yes,
He says, he just wants you to talk more. So there must be something you've been wanting to talk about,
yes,
that you're keeping deep inside
yes.
because you don't know how
That's
or
right.
who to talk to.
That's right.
And he just wants you to, once you start talking, he said, it becomes a little bit easier.
Yes, thank you.
So I just want to leave them words with you
Thank you.
and start talking.
Thank you.
All right? And I'm going to leave his wisdom with you because I feel he was a wise man.
Yes, you was. Thank you.
So thank you for working with me.
Thank you.
Okay. Have we haven't got time for that one yet?
If you do the double link now,
Yeah?
get it back up working. He sat there sulking.
Right, okay. Okay, so we're going to do something called a double link. For those of you that don't know what that is, Lisa will go off to the spirit world and she'll get a link. Well, once she's placed her link, I will blend in with her. We should have the same person and be with the same person in the congregation. And you will get the perspective from two mindsets. So, over to you.
Good luck to me. Okay. As I'm keen, I'm aware of a gentleman that steps forward, and I'm very much drawn to the yellow flowers outside. So I feel like this gentleman would have been a very keen gardener, and very particular about his garden. There's a big interest in flowers. There's a big interest in the plants, and it is not an accident that his garden looks so nice. Would anybody understand this gentleman? Okay. Excellent job. Okay. I feel like I'm with Grandad. This makes sense to you? Would this make sense to you? No. Excellent. Okay. Maybe it's not Grandad. I may have got that slightly wrong, but I'll keep working and see. Okay, so you don't understand this gentleman's a very keen gardener, though. And would you understand yellow with him? Yellow. Okay, so I'll keep going drawn to that yellow flower. I think it's a type of lily. I'm not sure. So we both understand yellow. Okay. And I feel this gentleman was quite a curious man as well with things. He kind of had a bit of a thirst for knowledge. He was very well versed in his garden, but I know he's very interested in other things as well. And I wouldn't say he's quite a keen reader, or he's quite good at researching things. Do you understand with you? No. Thank you very much. I think I must be over there. Do you want to pick up?
No, go on.
You want me to carry on? Okay. And again, a very practical gentleman. It's very hands-on, but particularly outside, without outside things. And his garden was very well manicured. It's not just the flowers. I'm now seeing him put like with a lawnmower, and everything is very lovely garden, very neat, quite big garden, borders around the edge of it, and a very, very nice, well manicured lawn. Okay.
You would understand this gentleman to be Dad? And with Dad, he would have liked some time. His garden was like his escape because he liked his time on his own. It's where he could clear his mind and collect his thoughts together. And I know with him as well, he could be a little bit of a joker at times. He's got this little bit of a character where he can throw in a joke or one-liner, and sometimes he doesn't mean to be funny, but it can come across as funny, and he can have the whole family in laughs. And as I mentioned family, I know family would have been very important to him.
Oh, thank you. And I was just thinking the family is very important to him. Because I know there's lots of time spent out in this lovely garden with family and growing up and games being played in the garden. There's lots of, I see chasing around, hiding behind, hiding behind trees, even though he couldn't hide behind trees, but he's hiding behind, it's like he jumps out of bushes and things and just disappears, and has you like almost playing hide and seek for him around the garden. Okay.
And I know we've talked about the garden, but I also know with Dad, he would have turned his hand to anything. So if something's broken in the kitchen, or a washer needs changing, or he'll have a go at carpeting, whatever he can do, he's like, I don't need to get someone in to do that. I can do that. He's very independent and a little bit stubborn at times. Because I can see some of these jobs he's probably not capable of doing, or not doing them right, but he's going to do it his way anyway, and he's going to tell you that's the right way.
So I'm aware it's a very loving relationship with Dad, but his dad held the family together. He was very, very strong. I want to say I'm trying to make him, there's 2 or 3, there are 3 children, you've got 2 siblings. So I see 2 others as well as you. Would that make sense? I see 3 children around him altogether. 4. Okay, not quite right, but nearly there. When I was counting heads, I knew there was more than one other. And I know Dad holds this family together, and it's like family is everything to him, because I can feel the pull here as I look to you and as I look around the family around me. Very proud of his family. Very, very proud. I'm proud of achievements. I'm aware some in the family, there were achievements, and there were quite important achievements that have been made, because I feel very like I'm bursting with pride. So whether it's like graduations or something like that, but I feel he would have been there, and he would have been the dad like shouting his children on.
Okay. You'd also understand that since Dad has passed, there's been quite a big achievement in your life. And I just want to let you know, or he just wants to let you know, he was there to witness that. And he wants to leave a lot of pride with you for that, because you must have doubted yourself at some points. And he's there going, I knew you could do it, girl. I knew you could do it. And he wants just to leave that big bit of pride with you for doing that achievement. So thank you.
Well done.
Okay, and I'm also with you. I'm leaving strength with you, because I know from him you're a very, very strong person, and I feel where he held everybody together, you're very much the linchpin in life around you. You're the person that holds everything together around you. So I want to leave his love and his strength with you.
Thank you for working
Thank
with
you.
us.
Super. Well done. Thank you very much. Now a few notices for the week. On Wednesday at 7 o'clock we have our open development circle. That's open to all and all abilities, and that's £5 all donation. Thursday evening is our closed platform development group, which is week 8, 9. Gosh, that's gone, hasn't it? Saturday night online we have a Lyceum night, and that is with a lady called Wendy Lyon, absolutely wonderful lady from Scotland. So it's 7 o'clock online on Saturday. Next Sunday at 11 o'clock we welcome back Elaine Bevan, who will be taking a Lyceum service. So that's where instead of the philosophy or the reading as you heard today, there'll be a little bit of the history of spiritualism, so we get a little bit more understanding of what we're about. So that's next Sunday at 11. Going forward a bit in the month, we have a visit from the wonderful Frederick Haglund coming up from Sweden. He has taken a 5-day development course here in the church. He'll also be taking a couple of services for us and just be around. So we're looking forward to meeting up with dear Frederick once more. Who's doing the closing prayer?
I'll do it.
Right, we'll try that again. Who would love
I
to
will.
do the closing prayer?
would
Because
love
it's such
to
a
do it.
joy and an honour.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
If you please, let's close your eyes and bow your head and join me in my prayer. O loving Father, Divine Spirit, we thank you today for the messages that you've brought through, for the loved ones that we hold on. I've completely went down. With memories and laughter that we hold so dear to our heart. I would like to place a blessing upon each and every one in this church and hope that they go on to commence a great week ahead of them. Amen.
Amen. Do better. It's gonna
Yes,
be a
I
report
could.
card. Never mind.
Never
Thank
mind.
you, everybody, for joining us today. It's invaluable steps on the learning. As I said earlier, you know, these two ladies will be stepping out, so you will be doing your prayers when you're out there. Yeah, and it's all about journeying, travelling, evolving and growing, so we wish you luck and never come back.
Okay. Cheers.
Until Thursday. In the meantime, everybody, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week ahead. And just remember the words of the address today. You know, you've got it. You've got this. So go get them, Tiger. All right? Thank you. Hard work?
Sticky this morning. It's quite sticky this morning.
Why?
Thank you.
Bullied nose.
Good. I'm glad
Can
you
you just give us a minute, darling?
My granddad went in
Hello.
1961. That's a long time ago.
Right, bye.
Yes.
Bye.
You need to get into prayers because
Yeah,
you
we do.
need to be more of the service. You've just gone straight into mediumship. It's the most difficult way to do it.